All right. That is South Pond right there. That's where our tent was. Oh, Riley, the past 2 days. This is where the other guy was on Tuesday night. Today is Friday morning. Friday, September 27th. Day number 148, I believe. And we finally have blue skies. There is blue in the sky. The sun is bright and shining. So we are gonna try to hike today. Oh, Riley. Oh, Riley, oh, Riley. We are gonna try to hike today. I gotta get untangled here. There was a little side trail to get down here. So we gotta go back up the side trail to get back to the AT. Riley, come on, this way. We've had 2 zeros Wednesday and Thursday. I was about ready to get going like 20 to 30 minutes ago. And I took Riley's jacket off. And he looked too thin. He looked too thin. Yes, he looked too thin. So I was like, I really need to give you some food, Riley. So I gave him the rest of the open bag. All right, so this is now the AT, I believe. Yes, pretty sure this is the, there's a white blaze there. And we gotta go right. All right, so stay behind me, Riley. All right, we're on the AT here. Riley, stay behind me, buddy. The ground is damp, but that's totally okay. At least it's not raining from the sky. It was not raining last night. It stopped kind of in the evening time and then didn't continue overnight. It had stopped. I was just hearing some intermittent raindrops that were falling from the leaves onto the tent. So I was feeling somewhat optimistic that today would be a good day to hike, and it is. We're not getting off to an early start. I'm okay with that. At least we're getting to hike today, and at least we have avoided getting wet, and we're able to hike in good weather. And hopefully we will have another string of good weather days for the foreseeable future. So like I said, Riley, I didn't feed Riley like a lot the past few days. Like the past 2 days when we took zeros. I was sort of thinking, well, we're not hiking, so he's not working up as much of an appetite as he usually would. So I kind of cut back on his food a little bit. And evidently I cut back too much. And when I looked at him today, just this morning, I was like, oh no, you look just really thin, Riley. Riley, dude, oh my goodness. So I gave him, yeah, like I said, I gave him 2 full bowls of food this morning. Just now, just a short while ago, to try to fill him up, and he ate it all. And I still have about 3 pounds of food in my pack, 3 pounds of dog food. So I think we have enough to survive and stay healthy. And I'm gonna plan to go into the town of Stratton. There's a hostel called the Maine Roadhouse in a little over 30 miles. Hopefully we can get there in 3 days. And the food I have should last us till then. And I can plan to do a resupply of his food and my food when we get there. But thinking 3 days away is kind of premature at this point. After taking 2 zeros, we just need to get back into the hiking mode and try to enjoy the day today and try to have a good day today. It's a beautiful day today. I am not hating this hike, not at all, but at the same time, I'm kind of looking forward to doing other things. And I know I will, once it's over, I will miss the hike, and at some point I will want to come back, I'm sure. But right now, I am looking forward to doing other things, such as playing Horde, playing my chess variant that I like, and trying to improve and understanding it better. And eating good food. Yes, definitely eating good food. Taking Riley on some nice walks around the neighborhood. Sleeping in a comfy bed. Just being safe in general. Not having to kind of worry about being close to a life or death situation. You know, that kind of stuff. Just kind of relaxing and taking it easy. Shake. You are shaking like so much, Riley. So we passed by Maine Route 4, I believe, which leads into the town of Rangeley. It's like 9 miles outside of Rangeley, so you have to get a ride if you want to go there. And there were a few cars in the parking lot. No trail magic, so we hiked on through, and we're getting close to Piazza Rock Lean-To. And so we're close to like 4 miles on the day, I think. And it continues to have a nice day today. Blue skies and sunshine. Passed by a few southbound hikers. A family that was on a day hike. And one through hiker, I believe. I took a break earlier to take my my rain jacket off and a couple of my hiking shirts. So I'm currently wearing 2 hiking shirts. And this, I was getting warm earlier, a little too warm, but I feel pretty comfortable with 2 on now. And after we get past this lean-to, we have a little over 4 miles, I think. Basically, the next big mountain we're going over is called Saddleback Mountain. And then after that, there's something called the Horn. And then there's something called Saddleback Junior. And when we go over Saddleback, there's like an extended, I think it's like almost 3 miles of hiking above tree line. Yeah, so 3 miles of hiking above tree line. And that was another reason that I really didn't want to hike in the rain and in the bad weather with poor visibility, because I figured it would just be very unpleasant hiking above tree line on top of just hiking in the cold and the wet rain. So it should be much more pleasant to try to do that today in the nicer weather. The southbound through hiker that I met, that was a little after we crossed Maine Route 4. She mentioned that she got up at 4:30 this morning to start her hike. And I think she started at not this shelter, but 8 miles after this. That's where the next shelter is. I think it's called Poplar Ridge Lean-To. So that was about 12 miles north of where we started today. And she mentioned that Rome and Firemaster stayed there last night. So that's all for now. Looks like we are pretty much at the lean-to. Let's go check this sign, Riley. Come here. We gotta go that way, actually. But yeah, so that's Piazza Rock Lean-To. Well, I mean, that's the side trail that leads to it, and AT continues this way. Let's see, Saddleback, it says 3.9, I think. And Poplar Ridge Lean-To, 8 point. My vision isn't very good, 8 point something. Hold up, buddy. Hold up, Riley. Good boy, Riley. Good boy. Good boy. Hold up, buddy. Riley, me first. Dude, hold on, buddy. We are ascending Saddleback Mountain. Skies are mostly clouded over, but I do see a hint of blue up there. We're going to be above tree line for just under 3 miles now. So hopefully we can get up and over without anything bad happening. Come on, Riley, this way. Got a sign here. We got a sign. Mr. Riley. Alright, what do we got here? Okay. Alright, watch out, buddy. Saddleback Base Lodge 1.7 MATC. Beautiful. Gradual output. Okay. Come on, Riley. Going this way. So this is called Saddleback because there's an initial peak and then there's a drop off that's still in the alpine zone above tree line, and then there's another second peak called the Horn, and if you look at it on an elevation profile, then I guess it kind of looks like a saddleback, like a saddle, I guess, that someone would put on a horse or something. And on the other side of the Horn, 0.7 from the peak, is a steep descent, but it leads to a campsite called Redington campsite. So that's probably where we're gonna stay tonight, because I don't think we have much daylight left. If for some reason we have more daylight than I'm expecting, then we could try to push on another 2-point-something miles up and over Saddleback Junior and try to get to Poplar, the next shelter, which is Poplar Ridge Lean-To. But we first got to get to the campsite. And then make a smart decision once we get there. The weather doesn't seem very promising here for trying to push on further beyond the campsite. I spy another sign. Riley, what are you doing, dude? Riley, Riley, wait. You have, looks like you have spider web or something. This better be the first peak here. It better be, Riley. This way, Riley. Hold up, buddy. Alright, Saddleback Mountain, elevation 4,116 feet. 1.7 to the Horn, which means we have 2.4 to the campsite. Alright, to Redington. So we're probably going to be starting a descent soon, and then another ascent. Thank goodness it's not raining and it's just windy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hold up, buddy. Hold up, Riley. The clouds and wind are definitely helping me to try to go faster than I would otherwise go. I stopped for a break before we started the ascent, the big ascent up Saddleback, at a place called Eddy Pond, which was like 2 miles after the after that lean-to. What was it called? The next one is Piazza Rock was the last one. And when I stopped there, when I first got there, it was still kind of sunny out, and I got some food out, and I was eating some food, and by the time we probably spent like at least a half hour there, and by the time I was ready to go, I feel like the temperature dropped at least 10 degrees. So I put both my hiking shirts, my orange and my yellow hiking shirt, back on, and put my my black rain jacket back on, figuring it was going to be windy up here and chilly, so that was a good decision. And Riley is a tough boy. He's hiking naked. I think he's fine. If it were to start raining, I have his rain jacket right here in my pocket, and I would put that on immediately. But I think he's fine with just his black coat for now. Alright, it seems like we are now starting the descent. The intermediate descent. Which will be quickly followed by an ascent to get up to the horn. Riley, calm down, sir. By the way, I'm almost finished my book, The Firm. I only have like 30 pages left, so I should be finishing up in the next few days. Riley is not opposed to stop and smell the roses here. Hold up, Riley. Hold up. Riley, stay there. Stay there, Riley. Riley, stay there. Stay there, Riley. Stay there, buddy. Stay there. Stay there, Riley. Stay there. Riley, stay there. It's okay, Riley. Riley. Hold up. Riley, hold up. Riley, oh, buddy. Okay. You got it, Riley. Good job. Stay there, Riley. Hold up. You're fine, Riley. Hold up. Stay there, Riley. Stay there. Good boy. Good boy, Riley. All right, Riley. Over here, Riley. Oh, so we're still in the Saddleback Horn Range, and there's this side trail called the Berry Pickers Trail. I totally remember this from my 2018 hike, but did not remember it was right here. How could you forget a name like the Berry Pickers Trail? How could you forget such a name? Looks like that could serve as an emergency campsite for someone. Riley, hold up, buddy. Another one of these ladders. Can you jump, Riley? Come on, this way, Riley. Riley, this way, come on. This way. Go ahead, Riley. Go ahead, buddy. Good boy, Riley. Oh, you're so awesome, Riley. Hold up, buddy. Thank goodness for this this root here that I can use. I'll pull with my hand here. There we go. Hold up, buddy. Hold up. Okay, Riley. Riley, hold up, buddy. Hold up. Oh, buddy. Can you jump, Riley? Nope. You got it, Riley. You got it, buddy. There you go. Good job. Go ahead, Riley. You got it, Riley. Good job. Hold up, buddy. Hold up, Riley. Shake. Hold up, Riley. Riley, me first. Me first, Riley. We sort of have some blue skies here. And look at that beautiful sunset there. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool, Riley. Pretty cool. We are ascending the horn now. I am pretty sure. Because we're going... We just did several bits of a steep uphill. And we're continuing uphill, so we must be going up the horn. We'll see if there's a sign to mark it. There's a plane flying overhead. I think I see a sign up there. Kind of far away, but I think I see a sign. That's encouraging. Riley, slow down, buddy. Slow down. Slow down, Riley. Hold up. Slow down. Hold up, Riley. Hold up, buddy. Go ahead, Riley. Go ahead, buddy. Good job, Riley. All right, buddy. Go ahead, Riley. This way, Riley. This way, Riley. Come on. Over here. This way, sir. The horn, elevation 4,041 feet. All right. Let's continue on, Riley. Come on. So I think this means we have 0.7 to go to Redington campsite. I sort of remember in my 2018 hike that I stayed at this campsite. And I remember descending in the dark, and I remember it being a pretty difficult descent. But I think we have enough light to get down there before darkness falls. And I am like 95% sure we're gonna camp at this campsite and not try to continue on. The clouds seem to be clearing up here for the time being. Be getting back under tree line in the not too distant future. By the way, one thing I forgot to mention from my stay at the cabin in Andover, something that Honey mentioned, is that the current individual who holds the record for being the oldest person to hike the Appalachian Trail, to through hike the Appalachian Trail, is Nimbleville Nomad, which I knew, but she mentioned during dinner that I think the person whose record he broke, and I don't remember what his name is, but he is going to try to retake the record by hiking the trail next year in 2025, northbound. And apparently Nimbleville Nomad is planning to hike with him for some sections of the trail, specifically I think Georgia or part of Georgia, and then also possibly the 100-mile wilderness and summoning up to Katahdin. I think it's pretty cool how the hikers kind of in this competitive discipline of being the oldest person to hike the trail, really try to like support each other, even if it means their record is going to be broken. Before I finish the trail, I think I'm going to try to look up this guy's name, and because I have no recollection of what this guy's name is. He's going to be hiking the trail in 2025, but I should have Wi-Fi, and I should be able to look it up and mention it on the channel. Sometime in the future. Hold up, Riley. I was pausing there just to listen. I thought I might have heard some voices behind us, but I don't hear any. You right, Riley? Good job, Riley. You are so awesome. Slow down, Riley. Hold up, Riley. I was pausing there just to listen. I thought I might have heard some voices behind us, but I don't hear any. You right, Riley? Good job, Riley. You are so awesome. I saw a ridge runner earlier. Ridge runner, who works for the Maine Appalachian Trail Club, MATC. And he did warn me that this descent is, his words were that it has some technical aspects to it. Something like that. He basically implied that this descent is the trickiest part of the hike. That includes the ascent up Saddleback and then everything up and over Saddleback to the Horn. He said this descent is the trickiest, which I agree with. Definitely good that we have, that it's not raining and that we have light to work with. Hold up, Riley, stay there. Stay there, buddy. Stay there. Riley, dude, Riley. And this descent is going to take long enough that by the time we get down, we're not going to have much light left. We're not going to have much light left, if any. So I think my statement earlier of 95% is like 99.9% now of staying at Redington campsite. Riley, hold up, buddy. Stay there. Woo! As long as I say something like woo, that means that's just a close call. Nothing, no injury, nothing bad happened, but something bad could have happened. So definitely glad that it did not. You right, Riley? Good job. Oh, buddy, stay there, Riley. Hold up, buddy. Hold up. There's only so many places to put your feet here. You right, Riley? Good job, buddy. All right. So, I'm not going to film the whole thing, but yeah, I think this is the descent that I remember being very tricky from my 2018 hike. I remember finally getting to the campsite after, and just thinking that this descent was ridiculous and being like, how far away is the campsite? And then I remember when I finally got down there, there were several people already camped there, and fortunately I was able to find a tent site. But I remember it being a super cold night. Super cold night. And I think I had just bought a liner for my sleeping bag. All right, so we are now officially out of the alpine zone. Riley, hold up. I just bought a liner for my sleeping bag in Gorham of that year. Prior to that, I was only using my sleeping bag. And I remember that I was super thankful to have my liner that night. And that it kept me just warm enough where I was somewhat comfortable. Without my liner, I would have been very cold that night. All right, hello. Van Gogh and Riley here. We are in our tent now. We made it to Redington Stream campsite, and I didn't see anybody else here, but there could be people spread out throughout the campsite. It seems like kind of a big area. Not too impressed with the campsite. Maybe I'm not going. Maybe I didn't go where I should have gone. But I tried to follow the trail that leads into the campsite area, and I just didn't see like I saw flat ground, but I didn't see like a lot of like decently wide areas that were free of trees to set up. That would be good spots to set up a tent. There was nothing that really jumped out to me as a good campsite. So I sort of feel like I'm stealth camping here. I was able to walk a little ways and find a decently flat spot that was free of trees, but still kind of rooty. But whatever. At least, we got the tent set up, and that's the important thing. But usually if I come to something that's like a designated campsite, like where we're at, it's nice if they make it easy on us, and they just and the campsites are just like obvious as far as like where you're supposed to camp. But anyway, I'm yeah, the important thing is that we are in our tent and we're safe and sound. We made it over Saddleback and the Horn today, so that's a good accomplishment, particularly because apparently this stretch, the Saddleback Range stretch, is one of the longest exposed ridge areas in Maine. I think it's about 2.9 miles total, and we definitely didn't have good weather. Like the weather started off nice. It was good amount of blue skies and sunshine this morning. But once we got up, as we started ascending Saddleback, the clouds moved in, and then once we got up above tree line, it was quite windy. And apparently, yeah, if the weather's bad when you're up above tree line on Saddleback, it can. It's never good to have be above tree line when there's bad weather. So fortunately, we didn't have good weather, but fortunately, it wasn't raining and we weren't in danger at all. And we made it up and over, and now we're below tree line and we're safe and sound for the most part. We are at mile 1984.8 now, according to Far Out. So we hiked a total of 10.1 miles from South Pond, which was our starting point. Sorry, I'm just yawning here. It's about probably like getting close to 8 p.m. right now. We kind of got to the campsite just as the light was disappearing, so I was able to set up our tent mostly without my headlamp. But now it's fully dark, so it was definitely nice to not have to do any night hiking today. And what else? Tomorrow we will start the day with Saddleback Junior, so we'll have a steep climb up and then a descent. And then we have it's just like a continuation of more steep mountains to climb. We are currently 24.1 miles away from Maine Route 27, which leads into the town which is near Stratton, Maine. I think Stratton is east of that. You have to go like 5 miles east, I think so. But that is where there's a hostel called the Maine Roadhouse, which I've heard very good things about. And I was reading some comments just a little earlier on Far Out, and all the comments seem very positive. And I'm going to be ready to resupply when we get there, I think. I think since it's 24 miles away, I would like to try to get there in 2 days. So I'd like to try to do at least 12 miles tomorrow. And seems like there's a campsite, or there's some tent sites that are about 13.3 miles away. And then there's a few more that we could get to potentially that are like a mile beyond that or so. So that should give us good motivation to get off to an early start tomorrow and try to do that. And then that would make it a little bit easier on us to get the remaining distance the next day. Apparently, yeah. So this place, the Maine Roadhouse. Yeah, just very positive comments. Apparently, they make a very good breakfast. I don't think they make a dinner, but they make a very good breakfast, and they do like 2 shuttles per day into town so you can resupply if needed. But apparently, they also have like plenty of food on site that you can buy to just resupply on site. So it's not always necessary to actually go into town. Yeah, so I would love to get there within 2 days, and presumably based on the mileage, if we're able to get there, it'll be in the evening, so we might as well stay the night, and that would be yeah, that would be a good goal to try to shoot for. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that the weather stays rain-free, and I'm kind of sort of regretting not hiking on Wednesday it's kind of the thing where, hindsight is 20/20, and I didn't hike on Wednesday because the skies were all clouded over, and I was just worried that it was going to start raining on Wednesday, like somewhat heavy, and it never did. So had I known that it was going to stay very light rain throughout the day on Wednesday, I think I would have tried to hike a little bit at least. Like it would have been nice to at least have, even if we had just hiked like just under 4 miles to get to that next shelter, Piazza Rock Shelter, that would have and then we could have taken a 0 yesterday. That would have just put us a little bit closer, a little bit farther down trail, and also would have made the 0 perhaps a little bit more comfortable, being in the shelter instead of being in our tent. But it's whatever. It's in the past now, so can't do anything about it. All we can do is focus on the future. And it was good to get back in the hiking mode today and feel like we're still making progress. We're getting close to just about 200 miles to go. We might be able to get to, if we can do a little over 12 miles tomorrow, we'll be right on about 200 miles left for the trail. So we're making progress, but we gotta keep hustling, and we really can't afford any more 0s. Yeah. Anyway, just gotta try to enjoy it and stay safe. That's the most important thing. Yeah, so that's all. I will say good night. Wish everyone a good night, and hope everyone's doing well. And Riley and I will check in tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be Saturday, September 28th. Yes, because today was Friday, September 27th. Yes, tomorrow's going to be Saturday. Okay, so bye for now.